Welcome to the live. It's been a while. I missed you all so much. I missed you all so much. Like, oh man, it's been a long time. Today we're talking about if you were on your deathbed today. If you were on your deathbed today, that's what we're talking about. It's a very sensitive topic. It is. However, it is one that we all need to think about every day. Every day we should be thinking about the day we die. Every day. Every day we should be thinking about the day that we die. If you don't think about this, then you are doing yourself a disservice, okay? You're doing yourself a disservice by not thinking about death. And I used to be the type of person that didn't really think about this. I used to think like, oh, there's no need to worry about that. It's not happening anytime soon, blah, blah, blah. But can I tell you that life is going by so fast? It's going by so fast that I truly can't imagine how quickly it's going. And I truly know that we have to think about this on a daily basis, or else we are doing ourselves a disservice. We are hurting ourselves by not thinking about this. We're hurting ourselves by not thinking about death. And I know it's like, dang, like, why are we talking about this topic? It makes you feel weird. It makes you feel strange. It makes you feel like, man, there's an end to life. There is an end to this life that we know, right? As far as what happens after, that's a different conversation for a different topic, right? It's a totally different conversation to talk about what happens after death. If we knew what really happens after death, I don't think we would be as sad as we make it out to be, right? Like there's so much beauty to look forward to after that. However, that's not what this topic is about. This topic is about for this life that we are currently in, it will end. This current reality will end. And so when it ends, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about really? What are you really thinking about? All right. When this life ends, hello, go ahead and like this live and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Koso and I love talking about mental health, motherhood, glowing up. And today we're talking about if you were on your deathbed today. If you were on your deathbed today, would what you're worrying about really matter? Would that thing that's causing you anxiety really matter? Ooh, 11:11 over where I am. If you were about to die, would your stress that you're stressing about today matter? Or would you say, I'm going to make the best of today. I'm going to let things slide if they're not beneficial to me. I'm going to focus on what is beneficial to me. I'm going to love myself and those who are in my life, who I choose to have in my life. And I'm going to make the best of today. I'm going to make the best of today because one day I'm going to die. One day we're going to die. One day we're going to die. So I really want us to think about this. You got to think about it. Like, I'm going to die someday, and all these problems and worries that are crippling me, I got to change the perspective. Hi, crazy cheetah. Hello. Like, one day it's all going to be gone. So I got to change my perspective of how I live every day. Each day is a gift. I don't care what happens that day. Make it a gift, make it something that works in your favor, because if you just let yourself be crippled by the fear, the worry, the anxiety, the this, the that, your life is a waste. You have wasted your life. No one's going to tell you this stuff. And I'm just here to be real with you because I gain nothing from lying to you. Your life will be over one day. Are you happy with the stuff that you've been doing with your life? Today is your gift, and you're here. You're watching this YouTube. You're watching this live if you're here live. Or if you're watching the replay, you're watching the replay. And you're here. You're present. You get to be here. You get to experience this life. And instead of being grateful and finding things to love, I mean, look, I'm seeing, I don't know what happened. The live ended, but I'm back. You're here, and I'm seeing the sun. I see the clouds, and it looks so radiant right now. Like I'm so blessed to be able to see the sun, feel the warmth of the sun, have eyes that I can see, right? Have ears that I can hear myself talking, have a voice that I can speak, be able to have the internet, have a phone that I can have this live on, have the freedom to create a YouTube channel where I can talk about things I love and help at least one person. I am so lucky. And it doesn't matter what anybody says or does or tries to do to bring me down. It's my choice if I want them to bring me down. Nobody can bring you down if you don't let them, right? Alchemy, transmuting, right? That's a deeper topic. But if you're changing negativity to positivity, that's alchemy. So if someone's giving you negativity, change it to positivity. Every time they give you something negative, oh, this negative comment is actually something positive. They're saying that they don't like me, they hate me. You know what that means? More people love me, more people are gonna really support me. Change it in your mind. You don't let people control you. And that's the real freedom that comes when you know that you can die any day. Do you live your life as if you're going to die any day? So Pure Joy says, I think we are reborn every single morning. That's an interesting perspective. Share more about that. That's a very interesting perspective. Native Mike says, is it all about getting a lot of stuff? Your life is about what you make it. The answer is within you. Your life is what you make it. So if you want your life to be about accumulating stuff, then accumulate stuff. Somebody else might say stuff means nothing to them. So their life is not going to be about accumulating stuff. It's up to you. You choose. You have the freedom and the free will to do that. You are born in a time that you can be free. And all we're doing is being trapped in the jail of our minds. All we're doing is being trapped every day by choice. We're choosing it because no one's doing that to us by we're not being forced to be trapped. You're choosing to be trapped because as far as you are on this live watching this on the internet, you're free. You are free. But instead of enjoying your freedom, instead of saying, you know what, tomorrow I might not be here. I'm going to live today doing what makes me happy, what's beneficial to me, making an impact on people's lives, doing what you feel called to do. But instead, we're wasting time. We're thinking. We're doubting. We're wondering. We're in fear. Native Mike says, I learned it's not all about getting a lot of stuff. It's hard to live by, but you need to think sacrifice for others, what you think is going to make you happy. Native Mike, thank you so much for sharing. You know, I mean, everyone's going to have their own perspective on this, and that's the beauty of it because we have free will. I personally don't think my life is dedicated to sacrificing for others. That's not something in line with me. But there was a time I did think that way. There was a time I thought that way. Right now, I realize that's not for me right now. But that may be for you, Native Mike. That's your truth. And we're all called for different things. We're here for different things, for different reasons, in different seasons. Know your reason, know your truth. How do we get to know ourselves? Well, you ask yourself questions like, what do I like? When I was younger, what made me feel so alive? Because when we were kids, we didn't think about dying. We were just thinking of living. So go back to when you were a child. What was that like for you when you were a child? What made you happy? What made you just feel like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for tomorrow? My native Mike, thank you so much for these comments. What is truth? Well, truth is what you make it. This is my perspective. Truth is what you make it. The things I thought were true a year ago are not true today. So I don't think there is like an all-knowing answer that is just going to answer everything. What I can say is that you have free will. You are in control of your life, and you decide. Those things are truthful. That's truth. You make your own truth. If you want to live your life every day saying that you're going to give yourself to other people, you want to sacrifice for other people, make that your truth. Let that be your truth. The key is that it has to be something that is in line with your values, with your joy, with what makes you happy, with what makes you feel good. Like you said, Native Mac, what's going to make you happy? That is the truth. That's your truth. And if you're living your life like you're gonna die any day, you realize that other people's perceptions of you is not that important. It's not that important what this person thinks about you. I mean, what really matters is what you think of you. And again, like, if this is a new concept to you, thinking like you're gonna die every day, I want you to know that it's even so much more important that you think this way, because you are missing out on living. You're living your life as if you're gonna be alive forever in this reality, right? But you're not. One day, we're not going to be here as we see it. It's going to be different. When things change, when that day, when you are on your deathbed, what are you going to be thinking about? You're going to be thinking about the chances that you took, the risks that you took. And you probably be like, dang, I wish I would have done more. You see, you wish you would have done more, not done less. You wish you would have been bolder, not more restricted. You wish you would have been bolder, gone out there, gone and lived your life and saw this world, this beautiful world. You're going to be like, I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have seen more. I wish I would have done more, because this is a gift. It's a gift. So the person that I was a year ago is different, because I've been growing and developing, working on myself, and I've been leveling up and glowing up. And I realized so much change can happen in such a short amount of time. So if we're thinking and living like, oh my gosh, we're about to live forever, we have a lot of time until we die, we are not going to be living this life to the fullest. Anything can happen any moment. Anything can happen any moment. Anything can happen any moment. So why are we living like this is not the best and most amazing experience that we can ever have? Why are we living like this is not a gift? Why are we living like we are not so blessed and lucky to be here? Why aren't we laughing more? Why aren't we playing more? Why aren't we having more fun? Why aren't we letting a lot more things slide? Why are we taking things so friggin' seriously all the time? Even things that don't need to be serious. Why are we bringing anxiety, worry, nervousness, stress, depression into our lives by choice? Why aren't we living more? And on this channel, I talk about motherhood, glowing up, mental health. So as a mom raising your kids, why aren't you loving yourself more? Why aren't you doing more for yourself, mama? Why aren't you living your life to the fullest? Why aren't you taking care of yourself every day? Why aren't you loving and getting to know yourself every day? Why are you living like you hate yourself? Are you living your life like you're going to die any day? Are you living your life like you're going to die any day? Tomorrow is not promised. We hear that so much, we don't even take it in. It's not promised. What is promised is this present moment, so make the best of it. Push yourself. Laugh. Enjoy this life. Take the chances, take the risks. Put yourself out there. Ask the questions. Let go of fear, let go of worry, let go of anxiety, and embrace chance, embrace opportunity, embrace just being at the right place at the right time, embrace all of that. Embrace this beautiful life that you have. Embrace it and don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone push you down. Don't let anyone keep you away from this goal. Because maybe they're trying to push you down instead of chasing their own goals. That's a waste of their life. Don't let them waste your life. Say what needs to be said. Do what needs to be done. Reach your goals. Benefit yourself. Benefit those you love. And don't you ever stop. Thank you for joining.